Want to take your Game Boy Pocket from looking like this to this? Stick around, I'm going to show you how. All right, here is our game board that we've rescued. A little bit of corrosion on the battery terminals, nothing too bad though. The cart slot looks pretty good. Yeah, all in all, it's actually a clean board. A little bit of corrosion on some of these pads. We'll clean those up with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol, get that cleaned up real good. Yeah, all in all, I think it's going to make a good donor board. Now, what I am going to do is going to plug in a test screen that I have out of an original Game Boy Pocket, and I'm going to hook it up to my benchtop power supply and just make sure that we're good to go. So first things first, let's clean up any corrosion that we see on the board, and then we can go from there. Did anybody ever find out if these are actually called camel hair brushes? And if they are they actually made out of camel hair? I'm still curious. I'm hitting it with this acid brush, but I'm also taking just an X-Acto blade and kind of scraping away at any bit of corrosion that might be stuck on there for some battery leakage. The more you get up, the less likely it is to spread. Here is a screen. It's actually pretty much the same screen that was in here, except not blowing out like that. One that I pulled out of a mod just to hold on to for troubleshooting. So what we'll do is plug this in. Because the last thing you want to do is mod a system and the motherboard not work. That would be horrific. So I have a benchtop power supply that I've set up for 3 volts DC. And let's see. So we have ground is our spring. And the positive is the flat piece. Just like that. And then what better game to test with but Tetris. Okay. Make sure these are good. We will turn on the output of the power supply and rock and roll. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit. Okay, let's clean out the cartridge slot a little bit. Kill power on the power supply. All right, so then that's looking better. Contrast wheel. It's a potentiometer that's underneath that contrast wheel, and see it only picks up. See, like all of that should be adjustment to contrast, but it's not working right. So this board might need a little work. So we got no audio coming out. Yeah. No audio. The contrast wheel is not working like I'd like it to. So let's see what we can do about that. As I find trash Game Boys, I sometimes clean them up and then pull out the motherboards just to be sure, make sure everything's working, clean them up, get them working right. This is one of those. So let's test it and see if hopefully it's doing what we want it to do. Sure that this ribbon cable's in there evenly. Again, it's just my test screen, so I don't mind being a little rough with it. All right, here we go. Hey, there's audio. So see, that's kind of the full contrast that we're looking for. I don't know if you hear it or not, but audio is playing. Seems like we got, yep. All right, cool. So we have our donor motherboard working now. We know everything's good. We can press on with the mod. So this is what I'm going with. I love these clear cases. Oh, they're so just 80s, 90s retro, and I love it. And I think that the white and blue is going to pop really well. I think that's going to look really good. So I get most of my parts. I like funnyplaying parts. Most of my parts, I get them. I'll source them directly from funnyplaying, or I'll also go through Handheld Legend. Not sponsored, but those guys they're always quick on shipping. I get my stuff pretty quick from those guys. They're pretty excellent. So, yeah, let's crack into this. First thing we're gonna do is mount our buttons and switches and our screen, and then get it ready to accept the motherboard. I keep this clear piece on just to protect everything while I'm working. Make sure I don't scratch anything or mess anything up. So the screen itself comes with adhesive mounting, a extra touch sensor, and your power line that you'll need to solder to power the screen. I don't install the extra touch sensor because there's already a touch sensor built in to there's already a touch sensor here built into the ribbon cable. So there's no need to, for me, there's no need to install another touch. So clear protective sheet on here. First we're going to align the adhesive. You can see this cutout right here is for the LED hole. It's right here. Make sure you can see it. Yeah, so like right here. So this will sit in just like that. The centerpiece comes out, and then the under piece is double-sided. Sure there's no dust in there. Which will look pretty good. See in here. Dust. this rubber, this membrane here was slightly in the way. I guess I could have waited to put those switches in to the end. That it's looking good. So these three down here are what holds it in place. It's also all your backing for your buttons. So now when you flip it over, you should feel good, clean button presses, which we do. All right, so I'm telling you, this is if you want to get into modding and try something, get an original Game Boy or a Game Boy Pocket. It's one of the simplest mods that you can do, and it's a lot of fun too. It's not too stressful. There's one line you have to solder, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. All right, and then I like to tuck this pad right here. It's a touch sensor. So I actually tuck it like right in here so that you can adjust it from the top, but we'll mess with that momentarily. Let's get this tested out first. So our one solder connection, what we need to do is from this power dot right here on the ribbon cable to the first pin of the power switch. All right. So then, yep, I know it's blurry. I'll put a picture up. And you can see the connection from the ribbon cable down to the first pin on the power switch. We'll apply power. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's looking and sounding great. Oh, I love it. Man, I absolutely love the look of these screens. I understand Nintendo was in a rush to get them to market, but you cannot beat the look of an LCD or TFT. Oh, I guess let me show you this. So this touchpad that I was talking about, you see it changes, you know, so if you want that greenish Game Boy look, you can get that. It'll kind of cycle through different blues and different shades of background colors. You can get the color that you want. And I think as I'm looking at this, I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to roll this backwards. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I'm going to mount it somewhere up here, because what I want you to be able to do is just touch the top of your system and get your color to change. That's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. After some careful consideration, I think I've changed my mind. I think I am going to move. I'm going to put this remote in here. I'm going to solder it to this other point that's on the ribbon cable. I'm going to tuck this behind there, because I don't, and I know exactly why they do this now. I understand it. I don't want to see that through my clear case. It kind of breaks up the awesomeness of that clear case. So if I can move it over here to the side and have it to where you can, because I can't put it here because the game cartridge will cover it when you're playing. So if I mount it here on the side, then I don't have that sort of little blob sticking right here. And, you know, to be simple enough to do that, to change your color scheme. So they do not provide a hookup wire. Like for me, I got wire coming out my ears. So what we'll do is 10 our touchpad. So we got that. Now, lengthwise, I want to so we'll cut it right about there. Okay. All right, and then same thing on the ribbon cable. We're just going to 10 this other dot here. Picture incoming. Let's go with one more test. Okay, no game, but we are able to change colors just by touching the side there. That looks good. All right, cool. And there you have it.